That is a prawn cracker.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm sorry about that. We're having a few gremlins in the system, but we are endeavouring to come back to you to show you all the great things we've got from Tiffany today. So we will definitely get Tiffany back another time so she can sort of talk you through exactly what she's been creating. And she's got all these different stories about how she's made all these different bags, hasn't she?
Yeah.
So no, it's just going to be me and Lily today, but please message in if you've got any questions, any sort of suggestions. Maybe tell us what you use your Tiffany bag for. Maybe you don't use it for crafting things, because of course these can be used for all sorts of different things here. So what we're going to have a look at is this great big bundle of slide and stash bits and pieces here.
Yeah,
this is really good. So you've got all these different sort of little sections for organising all of your crafting things. These are brilliant because not only you're trashing the place there, Lily.
I come in for a couple of hours.
I know.
And I wreak absolute havoc.
Oh dear,
That's why they don't let me in too often. That's why they'd lock the door and I was hammering the door, don't let me in. I cause too much mayhem.
You do, don't you?
So it's a good job they're hard wearing, isn't it?
So these are brilliant because not only will they slot into some of the bigger bags, some of the totes, but these will actually, these are great for organising your actual craft desk because you've got everything contained in here. And particularly with things like inks, these make a real difference, having something contained inside a plastic container. So if they do leak or do get damaged, they're not going to ruin your table. So this is, at the moment, these are buy one, get one half price. So this is actually £6.99 or £8.99. So this is a 3-pack of these little storage things. So great for small things like inks. These are our Spectrum Noir re-inkers.
Yeah.
But actually, I used to use acrylic paints in these kind of bottles, which were really used for having those droppers.
That sort of size would be absolutely perfect.
Or makeup,
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're, you do nails, storing all your nail varnishes in there would be great. So that's a really good item for you to have.
How about perhaps you've got, because I have like a drawer full of nail varnishes, but then perhaps you want to take a few out, just to use a few at a time. Just pop them in one of those. Take them out to sort of where you're working or doing your nails, and then just pop them back in to your main box when you're done with them. It's perfect just for getting little bits and pieces out. Maybe you've got a full cupboard of your re-inkers, just want to take a few out for that project. Perfect just to pop them in one of those smaller little trays.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really useful.
And these are sturdy as well, so you can lift them up nice and easily when they're full. They're not going to start wiggling around. So this is your 1.75 inches. So this is the 3-pack again. This, again, it's a little bit taller than this one if I show you how they look together, but they all work really well. So obviously you can have them all sort of stacked up, and then you can see what you've got in each one of these little organisers. So this is $7.99 or $9.99. So this is your 1.75 here. The next one we've got here is this one here. So this is a 2-inch one. Yeah, 2-inch. So this is much deeper. So you can see here we've got some organised bits and pieces here. So you've got your dies. Perhaps you want to use this for a particular project. That would work really well. And maybe you're getting organised for Christmas. And so I'm sorry, because I know a few of you are a bit frightened when I've said, oh, it's not long till Christmas. But actually, maybe you want to have all the bits and pieces for one particular project in one of these. And actually, for me, this would be quite useful for when I'm doing my soft craft stuff. Definitely. That I could have one of these with all the bits and pieces I'm doing for a particular project. As you didn't see yesterday, I had a project based on Roald Dahl books.
Yes.
And I did one about SEO about the tortoise. And I thought about you because you used to have tortoises, didn't you?
Of course, yeah.
So for me, that would be really useful for having all the bits and pieces I need in here and getting them all organised. But of course, you might want to be using this for your scrapbooking. Maybe you want to put your pictures in here. All those other little embellishments that you're collecting just to organise inside here. So this is £9.99 or $12.99. So this is the next size up. We're going to keep going because we just keep going. So this one is 3 inches. Again, really great for your card scraps. And that's what we've put in this one. I never know what to do with my bits of card and paper, and I don't want to throw them away. I don't want them to get damaged. That's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, it's funny, we were speaking about that the other week, actually, what do you do with your card scraps? And I said totally, Tiffany, storage is perfect to store your scraps. And let's be honest, we're crafters. We don't throw anything away. So we want to actually make use of what we are saving. And when you're there all in one of these clear storage, you can see exactly what what you've got, you know exactly where all of those scraps are, you're more likely to use them. So it just makes crafting a lot easier and a lot more economical because you're actually using the stuff that you got rather than having it shoved at the back of a cupboard. Yeah, you've got it, but you don't know it's there, or you don't know where it is. By having them all stored in here, you're much more likely to use up those scraps, which I'm always saying you need to use up your scraps. So this is perfect for
Absolutely. And these ones come with a little hole, little grab finger pull. Big finger pull? I don't know what we're going to call that, but that's what I'm going to call that. So when you've popped it on your shelf, you just can pull that out. So this is £14.99 or $16.99. The next one, so this one is much bigger. This is great for storing paper pads, but also magazines.
Yeah,
anything that's a little bit larger. So this is 13.5 inches, this one here. It's 4.5 inches by 13.5 inches. So, you know, you'll be able to fit your full-size paper pads in here, keep them all organised. Again, a little bit deeper. This one, you know, it's a little bit unstable because we've not filled it up.
Yeah, you can
but
fit loads
yours
in
will
there.
be filled.
Absolutely, definitely. It'll be full to the brim. I'm thinking 12 by 12 pads, as you can see, fit in there perfectly. Your A4 cardstock, perhaps you've got a lot of your Centura Pearl, that would be brilliant to go in there. But like Becky said, magazines would be great. Perhaps you've collected a lot of our magazines over the years. I know I was collecting Crafters Inspiration from issue 2.
Really?
I was always gutted. I never managed to get hold of issue 1.
Oh.
Yeah, I started from issue 2.
So if anyone wants to know what to buy you for your birthday?
Issue 1, all those years ago, gosh, many years ago, before we actually did like the global magazines, so that's the proper old ones. But if you've got lots of magazines, store them in there, you know exactly where they are. But of course, not just crafting magazines, perhaps you get like, you know, like the crossword sort of magazines and you want them all stored in there, perhaps with a pen as well. So if you're going from room to room and you want to take those little books with you, that'll be perfect for doing that.
Yeah, perfect. So this is $16.99 or $18.99. So,
doing my trick.
I
Not
did,
just
didn't
me.
I? I think I'm catching it from you. Just going to move that out of the way. So we're going to do the triangle and triangular.
Traveller.
So these are brilliant. Have you seen these before?
I certainly have, and I love the fact that we actually do these in the different colours.
Yeah.
Well, you've picked up the one that I would definitely be buying first.
Are you a pink girl?
Oh yes, I
really?
do love pink. Yeah, pink's definitely my favourite colour. But perhaps you're into your pink, perhaps you like your turquoise a little bit more. Maybe you like your black. Depends what the decor in your craft room's like. Perhaps you've got other totally Tiffany storage that's in the pink and you want it to match. It's nice that we've got those different options, but again, lots of compartments in there. You can be fitting lots of different things. I love the fact that we've got different sizes, and they do also remove, which is super useful. Really nice strong Velcro on there, easy to remove, but super useful if you are travelling, as the name suggests.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, as a craft, it's like a little mini craft station, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't
or for your makeup.
Yeah,
you know, if
absolutely.
you're going on holiday soon.
Certainly, I'm a
Makeup brushes, and then you can have all your makeup bits and pieces in here. So it's not just for crafting. So these get great gifts. You know, we've got Christmas coming up. Sorry again.
Yes, there it is again.
I'm very excited about Christmas. But these make great items. But you know, if you are a crafter and you do, you know, perhaps you know, my mum likes to do a bit of watercolours when she goes away. Having a bag like this, where everything, you know, is all in here, you can tie it all up. You could have a bag for, you know, your watercolour stuff, a different bag for other crafts that you're doing, and they all sort of fit in beautifully in here, and it keeps it more secure. But then when you just pull it apart, you've got everything all laid out like a mini workstation. So this is £18.74 or $22.49. So that is the one in pink, but we also have purple.
I like the way you've given me the pink one, Becky.
I have.
Mine.
It's not forever.
I'm off now. See ya.
That's the only reason
why I
she came in.
Yeah.
I know. So we've got, this is how they will come. So this is what this looks like. But this is the purple one. So this is like a really, you know, this is crafter's purple, really, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But exactly the same as the pink one that you've just seen. So that's the purple. Then we have the black. Again, exactly the same. Fill it up with all sorts of other bits and pieces, but you've got those 3 different clear bags in there. You can't see it quite as well as you can on the pink one. And then you've got those little sections at the very rear where you can put anything tall, like your pens, like your pencils, or perhaps your brushes as well. So that's your black. All the same price for these. And then the final one is the turquoise, which is a really beautiful, bright turquoise kind of colour that you can see here. Really, really nice. Again, £18.74 or $22.49. The next thing we're going to have a look at are the Buddy Bag Bundle, which is right over the other side of you. Let's move those.
All of this?
So all of those. So
wow.
Those bags, I mean, Oh, I mean, I will read a few messages in a minute, because I know lots of you have bought these bags and you find them so useful, because whilst they are, you know, they follow the same sort of format as the other bags in that they are Velcro, they are clear, they are sturdy, they've got handles on them. They're all different sizes and they've all been sort of created to fill different bits and pieces in them. So this first one, I can never remember their one. This is Denise. So you've got your Velcro on these here. You've also got inside these little sort of storage containers, so you can keep everything really organised. And this one's got some foam pads in them and also some little dies. Now that is a thing that I think is really key. When you've got dies, really small dies, you need to keep them all organised. Not like me and just shove them in a big box, because you can never find them. But that is your Denise bag here, so you can see how large it is. You can fit plenty of things in here. And the price for this bundle is £39.94, and this contains all of these bags that we're going to show you. So that is Denise.
Wow.
What's the next one we've got?
All of these?
Yeah, all of them.
One,
I know,
two,
it's madness. I know.
9?
Yep. Yeah.
Wow. I think I might be snapping this one up myself after this show.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's such a good deal. This is your Stephanie bag, and we filled this with all of our ink pads. Now, one of the questions that came through earlier was which bag is best for those sort of small cube ink pads. I mean, I think pretty much any of these will work, but these ones in particular, because you've got these square containers inside them, it makes it really easy to store those. Now, these do have little holes here, so when you open up the Velcro here, you can roll that back and then you can just lift those out. So it means that you can use these not just for storage, but actually a really usable workstation, because you can have all those items in there. So that is your Stephanie bag. What one should you go for next?
I'm just thinking, so I'm looking at our Shelley bag at the moment, and although we've popped our gilding waxes in here, I'm thinking if you do have some quite small sort of cube ink pads, this could be quite a good one to have them all stacked up. But this, look at all those lovely gilding waxes. I've not got one of these, and obviously I've got all the gilding waxes. Of course I've got them all. Silly thing to say, it's sort of obvious, isn't it? But I'm thinking I need to get one of these to store all those things. They're currently in a drawer, swimming about.
And you don't see them. This is the thing, isn't it? You're scrabbling around in a drawer, in a box, but not being able to see them. And at least here, you'll be able to see exactly what you've got, put them on a shelf, and you can see exactly what you've got in the container.
Yeah, and as well, because there is a few goals that are fairly similar, by having them all in here, you can see exactly what colour you've got. It's really annoying the way I've stored mine, and I'm telling myself off about it, so I will think about it. I'll probably get myself one of these to sort it, but because the way that I've stored them, I can't actually see what colour I've got until I actually get the actual pot out, which is really annoying. I'm spending valuable crafting time. I'm wasting like a minute. I could be colouring in that time. But by having them in here, I can see exactly what colours I've got. So I know, right, I want to get my silver one for this project. I know exactly where it is. I can pick it out and get crafting straight away. And that Shelley bag is sized absolutely perfect for those. So I'm quite taken by that one. Yeah, I like that.
Make sure that's still here at the end of the show.
Do you know what? I'm going to have like a search as I leave the door. Like, Lily, empty your pockets. Security. How many bags have you taken today, Lily? None.
Well, when you start seeing them in the flesh and all the things you could do with them, where you can pop them, what you can store inside them, you're like, my goodness, you know, I would happily spend time organising at home if I've got all the right things to put everything into. But absolutely. You know, you end up not doing that. This one is your Deborah bag, so this is great for your pens, because you can store them obviously upright, but you don't want to store our pens upright. You want to store them on the side, and you can still see what you're going to be getting there. And then when you come to use the actual pens, you can just take them off, open them up, and keep them here, and then everything's all contained, nice and easy to easily accessible. They do fold over, and they've got these extra flaps down the side, so it's going to stop anything from moving around or falling out. So great for if you're going to be going out, you know, you're going to be crafting out somewhere, you can fit all those keen pens that you might want to need in that little bag. And having that little handle, it's great when you've got them on a shelf, you can just easily pull them out. So that is your Deborah.
I'm just thinking that'd be perfect perfect, again, for me. I'm being very selfish tonight, but do you know
it's
what?
all
Why
about
not?
you, Lily.
Quite often, what I like to do, you guys know I love my colouring, but quite often I will bring one of my projects with me into work, and on my lunch break, I'll sit and do a little bit of colouring, but I don't want to bring like my 24 tri-blends, because I know for my projects I'll need like maybe 5 or so colours. This would be perfect. I can pick out my colours first thing in the morning, get my stamped image in there ready to go, and then when I'm sat there on my break doing a little bit of colouring, this would be perfect storage. I could just have it on my desk next to me, so that would be great. Not to store your whole collection, but just to store perhaps the ones that you're using for a particular project. That I'm also very taken with. Take it away quick.
I'll tell you what, if anyone's watching that wants to know what to buy Lily for birthday, I mean, your birthday's just happened, but for Christmas, this is a great show to be watching, because I'm going to tell you everything.
I think my mum probably is watching, so Mum, take note. Make your notes, please.
Or just email me and I'll tell you what she wants.
Just anything on Crafters TV, pretty much Lily will be happy with, you know what I'm like. But
what's the next one you've got?
Do you know what? I'm loving this. I love a cup of tea. Got to be Yorkshire tea.
Me too, absolutely,
Of course.
Always.
But how useful is this? This is our Monica bag, and we've been saying it's not just for craft stuff, but how about having all your tea bags and your coffee pods in here? I mean, I'm one of those people, when I go on holiday, you've got to have a cup of tea. And you've got to bring your own tea bags. So week on Tuesday, this will be me, having one of these, bringing all my tea bags on holiday. Easy to store them in there, you know exactly what you've got in there. Perhaps you're someone who has a lot of hot drinks, you have different hot drinks. Maybe you're going to have one with all your coffee pods, maybe you're going to have another one with all your different teas. I quite like a funny tea, quite like a green tea. So I could have one filled with all my different tea bags. But how useful is that to have all your hot drink sachets in one of these bags? I just love the fact that we can use our Tiffany storage for our craft stuff. I know that's sort of what we think of first off, but don't just think of your craft stuff. Think of all your little food bits. You could even have, if you've got tablets to take or perhaps some vitamins and minerals to take with you, that would be perfect for going in there as well. But great for holiday storage. You can see exactly what everything is. So you know when you get to the hotel and you sort of, I'm looking for such and such, and where is such and such, and you're opening bags, but these are clear so you can see exactly what is in every single bag. Just brilliant. To take with that one as well. Put this at the back.
This next one we've got is Irene, which is more of a sort of rectangular one. Now this one has two pieces of hook and loop tape here. So if you've got something that's a little bit taller, you can just make this item a little bit higher so you can fit everything in there. It gives you a little bit more versatility, and of course you're still going to be getting the sort of little plastic...
almost like a reinforcer. It keeps it a bit more sturdy and solid, doesn't it?
Then it makes it sort of definitely more usable, because sometimes items are great once they're filled with something, but when you've taken them out or when you've used them, you've got no space, you know, it just falls apart. So this keeps everything together. So this is your Irene.
All I can think now is, come on, Irene. I know it's Eileen, but all I can think now is come on, Irene. I'm glad it's not just me. I hope you guys at home are thinking the same.
Not just you at all.
It's stuck in my head all night now.
So this one is Brandy, and if you've watched the shows with Tiffany, she always says she's a tall girl, because she is a tall girl. Great for rulers. I know that Tiffany has a lot of rulers, but great for paintbrushes and all those sorts of things. Anything that's a little bit tall. When I look at this, I always think about spaghetti. I mean, that's not what you would use it for necessarily,
you could do. Why
but
not?
you could do.
Absolutely.
You know, if you're travelling, going on holiday or something, you want to take your pasta with you, you pop it in there. But yet, I mean, this is the great thing. You can see what you've got in here. So you'll be able to use these for all sorts of different things. You may buy these thinking, actually, I need one or two of these. I know what I want to use them in my craft room, but I'm not sure what the others are going to be used for. There are so many things. You know, this could make like a little, you could pop a hammer and a screwdriver and a couple of other bits and pieces in here and make that into like a mini toolkit to give to your child going to university, you know, so they well, hopefully not going to be banging holes in walls, but you know, those kinds of things. There's all sorts of things you can do with these. It's not just for you know, putting your craft supplies in, you know, putting you know, picking this in, using some of these bags for items that they're going to put in the car. Perhaps you want a few sort of toys and tissues and that kind of thing for kids, a few snacks. These bags are absolutely great because you can see exactly what's inside them. So that one is your Brandy.
I'm thinking that'd be brilliant for knitting needles as well, if you're a knitter or crochet or anything like
good
that.
Idea.
That would be perfect. Who have we got next? We've got Terry. Now again, this is perfect for our pens. So we've got some of our, these are our illustrators in here. We've got that lovely Velcro fastening on here. Again, we've got that sort of inner tray, that plastic inner tray that keeps them all really nicely supported, but great for storing your pens. I'm thinking this is going to be a really useful one for storing lots of different things. Perhaps you've got smaller paintbrushes you want to pop into there. Anything that's a little bit slimmer, perhaps you want to stack up. Maybe you've got, I'm thinking our car front colouring pads that we bring you from Spectrum, from Crafters Companion even, would fit quite nicely in there, but great for your pens if you are taking a few out on the go. But again, we've got that lovely design with the Velcro and that handle, so great for transporting those as well. And again, we've got those little, almost like wings if you like, on either side, so you're not going to fall out.
You can't take it with you, put it down.
Okay, take it off me, take it off me. Fine, fine. I'll let you do the next one then before I get myself into any more trouble.
So this is the final one. This is I'm not going to sing the song, but this is perfect for sips on a roll. But it's really good for ribbon as well, because what you can do with these is you can just pull them across like that, and you can pop the Velcro down very gently, and then you can just pull that through. So it didn't really work with all of those those zip pulls there, but great for ribbon. Now, if you're going to be getting ready for Christmas, sorry,
there we are again.
Wrapping up your presents, this is really great, because I've done this before, where actually when I use these, I always drop them on the floor and end up finding that I've got to keep rolling them up together. But you can obviously pop everything inside here and keep it all stored really well. So again, this can be stored this way up, can be stored on the side. Because it's clear, you're going to be able to see everything that's inside here. So that was them all, which is a huge amount of bags. It's absolutely
9, isn't it?
Bonkers as far as I'm concerned. So £39.94 or $53.94. Your platinum price is £31.95 or $43.15. You're going to get double points today. And if you do buy this today, and you're obviously spending more than £10, you'll be getting one of our Best Wishes dies. So definitely this is the opportunity you've been waiting for. If you haven't already got the bags, or you need a few more, this is the opportunity to pop them in your basket. We'll see you in a couple of moments, so check out your bags right now.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, $1 or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Hello everybody. Hello everybody, welcome back. A bit early then. It's been a long day. Loads of people messaging in, and I'm sorry I haven't been ignoring you, but we were just quite amazed by how much you could put in those bags. Lots of people loving Tiffany bags. Annie says, I'm loving my Totally Tiffany. The Kirsten and the Katie Buddy bags are great for Crafters Companion dies. Crystal says, I love Totally Tiffany items. Cindy says, I love Tiffany's organising tips and information, have lots of her wonderful products. Lots of people saying they love the handles on the storage cases because they're nice and strong and sturdy. Fred says, organisation improves my creativity. If I can see it, I can use it.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah, could not agree more.
And Laura says, I love the Lois totes and the paper takers. Deb, my favourite Tiffany is the Katie. I use it to store embossing folders and they fit perfectly. That's good to know. So Rhonda says, I've never thought I would like or use the paper holders, but I bought them on a whim and I absolutely love organising them, especially for crops.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for anyone that I frightened about Christmas, because quite a few of you said stop it. So I probably won't.
No, she'll probably say it more now.
Because to be honest, I did say I did say earlier on that I've only got about 2 weeks before I start playing Christmas carols. So beginning of October, I start playing Christmas carols, and I've already started. I've already started humming them. Yeah, so sorry about that. Kathy says, Totally Tiffany is the only thing that keeps me organised. Susie says, we're all paper collectors, not hoarders or junkies. We're just collectors of beautiful papers.
Absolutely. Thank you for defending me on that one. We are not hoarders, are we?
No.
Absolutely not.
Carol Ann said, the slide and stash store boxes are amazing for bathroom and kitchen cupboards.
Ooh,
that's a
what
great
a fabulous idea.
Or your herbs and spices. Yeah. And then being able to pull them out and see what you've got. That's a great idea.
Well, I like that idea. That's good, that.
Or under the sink storage, that kind of thing. Yeah. That's a really good idea. What else we've got?
Good suggestion.
Barbara said, I use the Triangle Traveller for all my medication and health products to take on the go. Great idea. Barbara says, use some of the large slide and stash to store and organise in the garage. That's a good idea. Carol Ann says, I use Stephanie for ink pads, but also have one full of adhesives and another full of ribbons. And I think that is the thing that we're sort of seeing through all of these messages, that people, they're so good for all sorts of different things. You know, they're not just on I'm not answering that question. What's good for that round foam, for storing round foam? We did have it on one of those, but I'm not going to sing the song. We did sing the song earlier, but I'm not going to sing the song because it's all about. I think you could fit one of those. They're quite large, aren't they? I mean, they would be all quite organised in those.
They'd be quite nice in those, actually.
They would, wouldn't they?
Yeah, you could have them sort of stacked up, because I must say I have a lot thrown around. That sticky circular adhesive.
Yeah.
I always buy multiple, so I'm not just going to have the one roll. So if you've got like a couple of rows of those stacked up along there, that could work quite nicely. But I think in that buddy bag collection, you'll definitely find at least one, if not more, different bags that will fit those perfectly.
Absolutely.
So yeah, definitely.
Laura says, I use the Leanne buddy bag for glitters, glitter glues and re-inkers.
Ooh, nice.
Carol Ann said, the buddy bags, paper takers and fab files have been the best thing since sliced bread. Janet says, it's very hard to choose my favourite. I use most of them in my craft room. They're essential products. And Barbara says, my favourite is Barbara.
Of course.
I use some Sharpies. So that's brilliant. No, it's really lovely to hear from you what you're going to be doing. We have a winner. We have a winner. You have to go over to the wall of prizes.
Am I doing the first one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Go over to the wall of prizes.
Bye-bye.
So you can choose which prize you're going to give to the winner.
Ooh, what have we given away so far
today we did, I did some pens and Debbie did a £30 voucher earlier on. So you can choose what you want to give away. So there's a mystery bag there as well.
Yes.
And we don't know what's in it because it's a mystery.
This is quite exciting.
All sorts of different things. So
Barbara.
The winner is Barbara Carlson.
Barbara.
On Facebook. Well done, Barbara.
Congratulations. This is exciting.
It is, isn't it?
Do you know what I'm going to choose? I'm going to choose you a mystery bag.
Ooh,
it's exciting.
Congratulations. So you just
Barbara
need
Carlson.
Barbara Carlson.
That is our winner for today.
Yeah, email in prizes@crafterscompanion.com and we will arrange that to be sent out to you as soon as possible.
Masterclass. Honestly, I don't know what masterclass it is, but why not? Eh? Mixing it up a little bit. Shall I go and do a masterclass? What are we doing?
We've got gremlins all over the place today. But congratulations, Barbara. Well done. And we will choose another winner in the next hour. So do keep your comments coming in. If you've got any questions, let us know. We've got Lily here. Lily might want... No, Lily can answer any of your questions that are going on anyway, I'm sure.
Any of them.
Any at all. And in fact...
I can try.
We had... Did you do music at school? No, I always thought you played... Okay.
I used to play the guitar, but not very well.
So
not for a long time.
We had an embossing folder on the other show.
Oh, no, I can't read music. That's
okay.
What you
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I was like, can you not tell me what song that is?
No.
You disappointed me, Lily.
I tell you what I could play.
What's that?
Back in the day, Smoke on the Water.
Oh, yes. We often talk about that, don't we?
Yes, we do. Deep Purple,
Actually,
the Central Pearl card stock.
John is in the building, and I'm sure John can play. Can he play the guitar?
I think he probably can.
So I think I'm going to ask John. Yeah. So we're going to have a look at that embossing folder later, and maybe tell you what music that's from. Back to bags.
Back to bags.
A
lot easier. Something I do know a little bit something about.
So this is our Katie bag. So this is again, they're all great. Again, you've got this kind of almost like a frame.
Like an inner box, isn't it? Almost?
Yeah, like an inner box in here, nice and sturdy. But it also contains the divider pockets, and you've also got some magnetic sheets in here. So this is what you will get. So you've got your magnetic sheets in here that will fit perfectly with those little dividers. So you can fit all your sort of small dies onto here and really keep everything organised. So the price for this is £25.97 or $32.97. And this is going to be great for, for organising things perhaps by year. Maybe you want to do things per month and you're like, oh, actually, or particularly birthdays. Yeah. Maybe, you've got children, grandkids that particularly like a kind of animal, and you sort of think, actually, I'm going to keep those dies and I know that they're going to like those. And I like the fact that this is quite big. You can fit lots of stuff in it, but you can still sort of flick it around and be able to see what you've got. You can have a sort of good rummage without anything falling apart. And because of the way that this is structured, you've got this angle to it. So you can open it up and on your desk and be able to see everything quite easily in here. So this is another great little bag that we've got. But I mean, they're all brilliant, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm thinking that would be perfect for, if you've got like essential dies, so maybe your nesting dies, maybe I know I have some embellishment dies like butterflies and foliage and flowers.
Stuff you use again and again.
All the time. If you just want those dies on your craft desk, maybe you've got all of your storage binders that we do here at Crafters Companion, and you've got all your dies stored in those on your shelves, but you want a few die sets just out on your desk so you've got them to hand when you need them, so they're there constantly, then this is going to be perfect. Have your sheets with all of those essential dies into there. That'd be perfect just to keep on the side of your craft desk. Yeah. That's definitely what I'd be using that for. Yeah. If I take this one away with me. Yeah.
Step away.
So take it away.
Step away. Step away. So
I'll be straight on that website after this show, that's for sure.
So we've now got the paper taker collection. So we saw this earlier on. So these were the three different sizes that we've got in here.
We've got 12 by 12.
12 by 12 one here. It's a really heavy one because we've got so many in here.
Lots of paper pads.
Yeah, and these are brilliant for organising all of your paper pads. And they're great because when I first started crafting, I could only buy 12 by 12 paper pads. I couldn't buy, or you could buy pads with A4 paper in it. Yeah. But and everything in the UK sort of geared up to A4. Yeah. But with my big paper pads, I had nowhere to put them. So these are, obviously we do 12 by 12 paper pads. But when I first started paper crafting, it was a really long time ago, and it was, it was another company that I could get hold of. And these are great because you've got those sort of that inner box in there to protect all those corners of those pads. And you can fit, how many do we manage to fit in there? 5, 6 pads in there. And it doesn't.
I can have a little look.
And they're sturdy, these bags. They're not going to fall apart. You've got that great handle on them, and the the ability to do them all? 6?
Yeah, 6 in there.
Yeah.
So it is quite heavy, but because they are so strong, you've got that lovely reinforced handle, you've got that strong Velcro on there, you know this is going to be nicely protected. It's going to store your paper pads perfectly, even when they are quite heavy. So let's be honest, we pack lots in it, all our pads here at Crafters Companion. They are chock-a-block full of sheets within each paper pad. So it does get quite heavy, especially if you've got, I mean, this is one of our textured card pads. It is actually cardstock weight at 230 GSM.
Wow.
So it's quite heavy.
Yeah.
And you can pack plenty in there, so great for storing all your 12 by 12 pads. Maybe you're theming one, maybe you're having one for your Sarah signature pads, maybe you've got another one with all your Nature's Garden, maybe you've got another one with like all your essential card like we've got here, or pastels, another one for that. So great, and of course you can be sort of labelling up the tops if you like, so you know exactly what you've got in there, but just protecting your cardstock, you know exactly what's in there. It just makes, like it was Fred was saying earlier, it just inspires your creativity by having everything organised. So it's brilliant. It's your 12 by 12.
You know what I would do here is I would photocopy the front cover of this, and I would just have a little bit stacked of all the ones that I've got in there. So down the side of it, I could see exactly what paper pads I had in it and what colours or what patterns were in there. Because obviously at the top, you could write on there what paper pads they were and be able to see. But there's so many ways you can store things and use, you put your crafts together much better than perhaps we do at the moment. So that is your 12 by 12. We've also got an 8 by 8. So again, the same kind of situation. It's clear plastic, but it's really, really strong and sturdy. This is almost like, it's thicker than raincoat kind of material that you've got here, and really, really sort of heavy duty kind of binding around here. You've got these heavy duty handles as well, so they're going to hold plenty here. It's going to be, you're going to have your Velcro in each one of these, so everything's going to be kept really tidy. And actually, they're quite generous with the lid of them. So even if it was, you're carrying these and it was raining, unless it was sort of horizontal rain, they're still going to keep nice and dry. So that is your 8 by 8. Then you have, you've got 6 by 6 there. Yep. So again, the same sort of process that we've got on the 6 by 6. And then finally, we've got the 5 by 7 one here. So the price for this is £40.97 or $46.97. Sylv says, my favourite is Denise. She can hold 88 aqua markers or 96 illustrators. Oh, that's interesting. Caroline says the uses of paper takers are endless. Sarah signature collections, flower foaming tools and foam, paper pads, storing scrapbook pages, just to name a few. And Karen says, I have numerous KT bags for my stamps and dies. I like to use them to organise the collections and then use notebooks for random stamps and dies. Yeah, I mean, that's a great thing. It's lovely to hear what everybody's using them for. Again, of course, you don't have to use them for, you don't have to use them for paper. If you don't want to, you can use them for all sorts of different things. So having this pack of 4, you've got the 12 by 12, 8 by 8, 6 by 6, and the 5 by 7 in this collection.
So all 4 of those.
Yeah, I know. Really good. Really good.
Take them away, Becky. Take them away.
Going to be nothing left.
I know. There were suitcases coming out the door. Nothing to see here.
I wondered why you turned up with that really big suitcase.
Yes, it's all making sense now, isn't it? But it's such fabulous options for all your different storage. If you are looking to organise them, this is definitely the show for you. But what have we got next?
This is the Karen bag here. So again, this is one with an angle at the side. But this, for me, I would say would be the kind of one that you would have on your workstation. Definitely. This would be something that would have perhaps all your glues and adhesives in here. But you do also get divider pockets that you've got here, and you've also got magnetic sheets in there as well, so great for organising your dies. Now, I'm sure on previous shows I saw Tiffany talking about this, and she puts not birthday cards, but photographs in here, and organises her photographs. So really good for scrapbooking. So if you're working out what you're doing, you can pop the relevant dies in there, keep everything all contained in one. It's almost like using the bags for a particular project at a time, which is a good idea, isn't it? Yeah. Because sometimes you might be working on a project and then think, actually, I've got to go and do something else. Yeah. That way you can pop everything in a bag. You know you've got everything contained in there. Yeah, so next time you can just go and grab it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I can be terrible. I'll start a project and then something else will come up and I've got to move on to another project. And by the time I come back to that first project, all the pieces are mislaid. I've sort of forgotten exactly what I was doing. But if you've got everything within that bag, you pop all the bits from that project into that storage container, then you can sort of re-inspire yourself. When you go back to that project, you know you've got all the bits and pieces all in one place. You can sort of read your memory, think, right, yes, that's what I was doing with that. I've got everything I need to complete that project. Just makes it a lot easier. I really like that idea, actually.
Yeah, I think we should be more. We're going to spend all our time organising and not crafting. I think that might be the case. So this is £15.97 or $24.27. Your platinum price is £12.78 or $19.52. You're going to be getting that bag with those dividers as well as those magic sheets. So let's pop that underneath. Now we're going to go back to this is the launch for the day. This is the one that we all want to. So I'm going to give you two, and I'm going to have one. So these are our 12 by 12 storage and supply case collection. So you're going to get 3 of these in here. They're not just the bags. So if you looked at those paper takers, you'll think actually they're a similar thing. They are similar, but you're not going to be getting all of these little containers inside those paper takers. These have got these little containers, different sizes. In here, so they make them really, really good for organising what you want to do. So again, you're going to have Velcro at the top. They open up and then you can pull these out. They effectively work a little bit like drawers. Now the great thing about these is they will actually clip together. So if you give me a moment, I will just make sure I've got them around the right way. You've got these little pieces here.
Almost like little hooks.
Yeah, little hooks. So you just put those out and then you can just slot those in to keep them all organised.
I mean, I love the idea that you can use this for like your storage. So perhaps you've got this in your cupboards, and then when you want to get out particular bits, maybe you're needing your low tack tape for this particular project, you'll just get your trays out, leave your bag perhaps in your cupboard, and just have that on your desk. So it makes it a lot easier to actually work with, because let's be honest, you're not really going to want a big 12 by 12 bag out on your desk.
No.
I'm not being funny, but quite frankly, I work in about a 2-inch space on my desk. There's stuff everywhere, especially if I'm in the middle of a project. I can fit one of those on my table, probably not a full bag, so it's great the fact that you've got those removable, almost like trays, and you can just get out exactly what you need. I think that's ingenious, and that's the word I would probably use for Tiffany's storage. It's ingenious.
You're absolutely right. Really, she's thought of everything, hasn't she?
You can tell that she's a crafter. You can tell that she gets it. Because let's be honest, you can buy a lot of storage. There's a lot of storage in high street stores, in cheap shops as we call them. Let's be honest, there's some terrible storage out there. If you buy cheap, you can get some absolutely terrible stuff. And it's not fit for purpose. It's not being designed for craft. It's not being designed by anyone who understands craft. So they don't get these sort of, they seem daft if you're not a crafter, these daft little things, you know, but they make a big difference when we are crafting. Tiffany knows that we work in a 2-inch space in our desk. She knows that we've got stuff everywhere. She knows that we need to get these out onto our table, and we're not going to be storing a big 12 by 12 bag actually on our table. We can have that in our cupboards, we can have it on our shelves. We can take those out and have them on our desk. It's just absolutely ingenious. Everything's been thought of. Just makes our lives a lot easier.
It does, totally, and totally, Tiffany.
Totally.
And the great thing about these is, as the way they've been created, they will slot into one of the IKEA storage cubes. Is it a calyx?
I've got 3 of those.
I was going to say, lots of people have those. They make everything sort of nice and organised and nice and affordable, don't they? But being able to put these in here really makes a difference. And these will also fit into your Cindy and Lois totes as well.
Brilliant.
So you know they've all been thought about in order to make sure that you're going to get the best use out of them. And you've got different size little boxes inside here, don't you? So these ones are generally sort of square that I've got in this one here. But what have you got in those ones? Longer ones?
And this one we've got 2 sort of longer ones. So in here we've put some of our flower forming tools. We've got our scissors in here, our bone folders. So great if you've got slightly larger items that you want to pop onto here. And then it's different again on this 3rd one. And of course you could be reconfiguring these however you see fit, whatever works for you. I always say storage is quite a personal thing. So you want it to be perfect for you. You want it to be personalised. And this sort of system allows you to do that. We've got the longer ones, great for your paintbrushes. Maybe you've got rulers. You've got the ones there with got our craft mats rolled up into there. That's absolutely perfect for those. And then here we've got our 3 different widths of our red liner tape. So it's another thing, I have to have a lot of red liner tape. I love my acetate, so I need a lot of red liner tape. Multiples of each different size and width we've got in here. So I know this compartment's all my 3mm, this is all my 6mm, this is all my 12mm. I know exactly where they all are. I know, look, I'm running a little bit low on my 3mm. I'm thinking, right, you need to get an order and get some more 3mm. And it allows you to see, sort of to take your stock levels, as I always think think of it as, to make sure that you've got enough in your stash, that you've got enough perhaps for that next project. Maybe you've got 20 Christmas cards to make. I said Christmas, yeah, it was my fault that time. And you're thinking, right, I'm going to need a lot of red liner tape, but my stock's looking quite low. Get yourself on that Crafters Companion website and pop that order in, and we can see exactly what you've got and what you might need to restock. And that's another great thing about having that good storage. You know exactly what you've got, you know exactly where everything is, and if you need a top up, you're going to know about it, which is absolutely fabulous. But I love the fact you're getting the 3 bags, brand new launch, and all the different sizes and shapes of compartments. Such a useful collection that we've got on the show, and again, I'm loving the fact that it's clear. We can just see through to exactly what we've got in the inside there. Take it away. I can see you hovering there thinking, quick Lily, give it me a
that one.
For now, anyway.
We've had a few people messaging in. Annika says, I love the bags. Everything is so neat. Wendy says, I stamp out a lot of sentiments on different colour paper and different colour ink, and then cut them up and then put them in budgie bags, and they're ready to go when I need them. That is a really good idea. That is super organised.
I think I might be doing that myself. Thanks for the suggestion.
Marianne says, I just went through my loose paper sheets. These bags would make paper storage so much easier. Absolutely, and you know, with the price that we've got on today, you've got to take advantage of it. Annie says, I like the 12 by 12 paper takers to keep a full Sarah signature collection in papers and dies, so I'm not searching in different places.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I've never thought about that. I always separate them.
I like that idea.
Denise says, I've put finished cards in Karen, and quite a few people have said that Karen is really good for storing separate finished cards. Tess said, I love the fact they can fit into a cube. Four Holidays says, I feel more organised just watching the show. Good, I'm glad. I wish I could organise my my craft room just by watching a show rather than, I think I'm going to need a skip for clearing out my craft room. I've got so much stuff in there. Louise says, I also use storage cases to store components that I've made for future projects, the flowers and sentiments, and keeps everything safe and clean.
Good idea.
Den says, when I go to my craft group, I take the supply of tea, coffee, sugar and sweeteners in my Karen buddy bag. So, no, that's what we said.
We've got another one for your biscuits, is all I can say. No, I'm going to cup of tea without a biscuit, thank you very much.
No, I think you're
Drinks too wet without one.
So this is our vinyl, it's our final storage.
Final storage.
I don't know why I'm saying it's not final. So this is like a very tall one that would work. You'd think initially you're just going to be storing sort of magazines in there, but it actually comes with these little jackets, vinyl jackets.
Little raincoats.
Yeah, little raincoats for them. So it stops you, if you're going to be using vinyl for anything in particular, or something similar that needs rolling up. I mean, even for wrapping paper for the event that's coming up quite soon.
Birthday presents.
I mean, if you use if you wrap them with an elastic band, it tears, it marks.
And quite often it can take off the coating. If you buy slightly cheap wrapping paper, sometimes we do, it can take the actual coating off, and then you've got this horrible white ring around your wrapping paper. It's like, well, I can't use that, can I?
Yeah.
But I'm looking at these. I actually have a lot of foil rolls, which are a little bit shorter. Without using the outer sleeve, I could use that for something else. They are shorter, the actual rolls of foil that I have at home. I could still fit them in there with no problem at all. They just won't be poking through the top as much, but I'm thinking I've got a lot of foil rolls. I've not used them in a long while, but that's a different story. They would actually fit in there perfectly as well. So perhaps you've got your foil press and you want to be popping your foil rolls. This would be perfect for that as well. So don't just think vinyl, maybe you're looking at it and thinking, well, I don't really do a lot of crafting with vinyl. I don't have rolls that are quite that length. They don't have to be exactly that length. Just without that sort of little rain jacket, you can still pop them in that tray. And of course, if you are using it without that little vinyl jacket, then you can put anything in there at all. Don't just think about rolls. Think about, cardstock could even go in there, papers, paper pads, anything at all. Doesn't just have to be vinyl, but of course, it is perfect for holding your vinyl when you've got those little sleeves as well.
And this comes, it's ideal for 8 rolls, and it will come with 8 of these little sleeves to pop into your vinyl. So £19.98 or $29.98. Your platinum price is £15.98 or $23.98. Again, a really good way of organising all of your crafty things.
And is that a pack of 3 for that price?
Yeah. That's great. So again, you might not have enough vinyl to do all of those, but actually, you can organise something else that's going to work really well, isn't it?
So you might have one for your foils, you might have one for your vinyl and one for something else. Maybe household stuff.
Yeah, brilliant.
Nice.
Next thing we're going to go for the ones just in front of you. So these are the ones that we've people are messaging in saying use them in the bathroom, use them in the kitchen, use them in the garage. Don't just use them in your craft room. And they're brilliant. Again, they come sort of flat packed, but they're very, very sturdy, aren't they? They're not going to sort of fall apart. These are quite heavy. These Incas. They're not light. But we've got loads in there, and just moving that around is nice and easy.
Well, it's quite heavy. Actually, I didn't realise it was going to be quite so heavy. More of a two-handed job than a one-handed job.
So this is the smallest one. So you're going to get 3 packs of this, 1.25 inches by 13.5 inches. So they will all, with all of these, they will all stack up and sort of, they're all the same length as each other, but obviously different sizes. £6.99 or $8.99 is the price for this.
And then the next size. So we've got some of our glossy highlights in here. They'd be perfect for storing those. Some of our paints in here as well. Perhaps you've got like varnishes and sealants in bottles like this. That'd be absolutely perfect. But I'm thinking this sort of size, if you've got sort of travel sizes of body lotions or shampoos or like body scrubs, that would be a nice size to fit in here. And maybe just have in the bathroom. Perhaps when you take them into the bathroom with you and you just want to take a few bits in with you, it'd be perfect just to pop them in one of these and just bring them with you. But if you've got larger sort of tubes of spices, could be perfect. Not really tubes of spice. What do you call them? Jars. That's the one. Tubes of, like I've got a squeezy tube of spice.
I don't know. You get those squeezy tubes of garlic, don't you, and chilli?
That's true.
But you put those in the fridge. Actually, why not? They're having these in the fridge to organise, some of the bigger ones with your condiments.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason why that can't go in the fridge, can it?
No, absolutely. So this is your 1.75 inch size one, and this is $7.99 or $9.99. So the next one is the 2-inch one. So again, you've got, this one's a little bit taller, but this would be great if you're going to pop all the bits and pieces that you're working on in a particular project. So in here we've got things like, we've got adhesives, we've got sprays, we've got some dyes, stamps, all those sorts of things. You could have one of these for each particular project you're working on, so you're nice and organised. Maybe that's how you work. Maybe you're making cards or items to order, and you're going to have one of these for a particular type of thing that you're selling online. Now these have little holes in the front, so they're nice and easy for you to pull off your, your shelf, and they're nice and easy to see. So $9.99 or $12.99. Platinum price is $7.99 or $10.39. So our next one.
Oh, that was a horrible squeak.
So this is the 3-inch one. This has got all of your, this is perfect for all of your scrap bits of card. And let's be honest, we've all got them. I organise them terribly because I just throw them into a box. Very, very bad. I need to stop. I need to be more organised. But this is, again, a great size one. It's got a slight angle to it, so you can see what you've got at the back. And this is $14.99 or $16.99. But once again, always really, really great for keeping everything organised. Now, if you want to put magazines in here, all that kind of thing, that would work really well. Perhaps you want to organise your children's schoolwork. You'd fit your school books in here.
Yeah, perhaps that's like all their homework they need to do for the week. Yeah,
maybe you've got a couple of children, you want to have one of these each, which has all their schoolwork in there. So when it's time to do homework, they just pull out this whole unit and they've got everything organised in there.
It's a good idea, I like that. Next one, let's hope we don't make a terrible squeak this time.
That one's really heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's heavy. It's got a lot in that.
This is the 4.5 inch one. So this one is great for, you can fit easily your 12 by 12 paper pads. So you've got an extra inch down the side, or extra inch and a half, really. Actually,
just means it's easier to actually grab them out. If you've got that little space either side, it just makes it easier to actually take them out and use them, which is fabulous.
And again, you could fit, perhaps you've got projects that you've already started working on, you're doing sort of scrapbooking, and maybe you want to store your finished scrapbooks that you're doing in here. Perhaps you've got photo albums that you want to store in here. It's not just about craft items. This storage can be used all over the house for all sorts of different things. In your home office for your filing. No one likes doing the filing. I always find it's better to put it in a container for filing at a later date instead of actually filing it away. So the price for this is £16.99 or $18.99. So again, we've got loads of people wanting to use these. Lots and lots of people messaging in. Love organising. Thanks for all the tips. Tiffany's covered every house in the room. I absolutely agree. Alison said, when I first get the bags, I cut the name out of the card and tape it inside the relevant buddy bag so I know which bag I need to reorder.
Brilliant
that is a top
idea.
tip. Well
Brilliant.
done. Lots of people think, actually, you're right. A drink is too wet without a biscuit.
It's so true. You can't just have a cup of tea on its own.
No,
you need a good dunker.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a cup of tea and a biscuit before we leave tonight.
Oh, I just had some ginger nuts earlier today.
Do you dunk a ginger nut? Oh no, that's wrong.
I'll tell you what's really nice, if you have a ginger tea and dunk a ginger nut.
Oh no.
It's like ginger overload. No colds after that.
Chocolate
Get the ginger
digestive?
Oh yes, dark chocolate digestive.
Oh, no milk.
See, I can't have the milk ones.
Oh no, of course, yeah.
But dark chocolate digestive when the layer melts. Ooh. You could be storing your packs of biscuits in some of these.
Actually, these ones,
I'm thinking some of the buddy bags.
well,
Biscuits. Biscuit collection.
Yeah, biscuits.
You got your milk chocolate digestives, you got your dark chocolate, you got your ginger nut, all in there.
That's perfect. And you just take out your biscuits as you need them.
Yeah.
So, like we say, this storage is for everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So, look, travellers, right. So these are the triangular travellers.
Triangle travellers.
Yes.
That one.
These are great. So these are really cute little bags. When you open them up, you just have a little Velcro pack here and open it up and you've got almost like a workstation here. So you've got 3 different zip bags at the front and then at the back you've got these little sections where you can put pens or anything else you might want to keep upright there. Now all of these come off so you can use them all separately. So great for travel. And you can see that you've got like this little workstation here. Now toiletries, makeup, things for the kids. Perhaps you want to do one of these for each of the children in the car. So they've got some activities and everything's contained. They're not arguing over, who's got, you've got my thing, I've got your thing, whatever it is. You might want to make this one for snacks.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a smaller one. If you're lovely money, you want to go for the bigger bag for snacks.
They would fit some little chocolate bars in quite nice.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, you would.
You could have your tea bags in the little one.
I don't think children want tea bags in there. They'd be disappointed.
I'm thinking about me now. I've moved on. Of course I'm thinking about my bag. I'm thinking about the children's bags. I want tea bags and chocolate bars, thank you.
I thought you could have like little toys, maybe some colouring, that kind of thing in there.
And then you could have the little crayons in the back ones. Yeah,
there's all sorts of different things you could be using this for. People have said they use it for sort of organising all their medication when they go travelling.
Great idea.
And then you just sort of seal it up here, and then you've got this little pull here just to tighten everything up to keep it all enclosed. Now, great if you want to craft while you're on holiday. Perhaps you're a painter. Perhaps you want to sketch while you're away. These are going to be really, really great. You can fit everything in there and it's all organised. So this is your pink one, which is £18.74.
That one is mine, thank you very much.
I don't think it is yours. I think you're going to get into trouble.
I think I'm going to get in terrible trouble at the end of this show, aren't I? Might be running straight out the doors, never to be seen again. But yeah, it's my favourite. I'm thinking if you're getting several, I'm thinking if you get one of the pink, one of the black, they'd look quite nice.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Although all the colours look really good.
They do all look nice. Oh, can you imagine if you got a shelf, you got one of each colour lined up?
Oh, that'd be nice.
That'd be satisfying.
Yeah,
one for your paints, one for this, one for... Oh, yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah, I think
one
it's
of
a good
each if
idea.
you can, yeah. Yeah, but that's your pink we've looked at. Here's your purple, like we say, absolute Crafter's Companion purple, this, isn't it?
Really is.
Perhaps you've got some of our other Crafter's Companion storage, like the die and stamp cases, that would coordinate really, really nicely with those.
Then we have the black, which is this
stylish
one here. Oh, you can't see because I'm obviously wearing black, but if I move there, you can see. Sorry, and actually, being able to see, it's exactly the same as the other ones. Being able to see it on the pink one is actually really key because you can't really see on the black, and obviously we are wearing black at the moment anyway. But I suppose black is probably the most versatile one, over to having black. And then you've got the turquoise there as well.
Really nice, bright, vibrant colour with this one. Really, really lovely blue, and of course it does match with some of Tiffany's other storage that she does in that sort of turquoise sky blue colour. So lots of different options, depending on what your craft room looks like, what sort of your decor looks like, what your favourite colour is. If you like pink like me, go for the pink, but we've got an option for sort of every preference, but great storage on any of the different colours.
We do, definitely. Betsy said such a cute and versatile bag. And Cindy said, Becky and Lily, you're making me hungry.
We're making ourselves hungry as well.
Exactly, we are making ourselves hungry and in the need for a cup of tea. We're going to go back to all those lovely bags, so I'll hand them over to you.
Oh yes, amazing collection.
So we can get started.
So we get 9 within this amazing bundle. Even if you're not in platinum, less than 40 quid for all this. If you are platinum, it's $31.95 or $43.15. They keep coming.
Yeah,
We've got goodie bags coming out of our ears, quite frankly. Wow. So where should we start? Should we start with our zips on a roll? So this is going to be great for all of your ribbons to store in here. If you've got anything that's sort of like on a roll, be it foam, be it zips if you're more of a sewist, perhaps you've got any of your ribbons that you need to store. Ribbons are one of those nightmare things, aren't they, to store? They end up getting absolutely everywhere. If they sort of unwind and unravel, you end up with ribbon everywhere, which is not what you want. Get them in one of these, perhaps your colour theming, maybe having one for all your, like your pinks and purples. Maybe you're going to get another one of these for all your neutral tones. Absolutely perfect to be able to organise all of those reels of ribbon. But like Becky showed earlier, of course we do have that lovely Velcro fastening onto there. You've got that inner compartment as well, but if you do just want to slide a little bit off that roll and sort of catch it in that Velcro, then you can be doing that, and it makes it really, really easy to work with. What a fabulous storage solution. Love that one. And that is our Sue. Yep. So that's our first one of 9. We've got tons to get through. I'll give you, come on.
This is Irene. Not Eileen, but Irene.
Close enough.
Do you know, it's late on a Saturday night. We've just got a little bit silly, haven't we? Now this one has got 2 layers of Velcro, so you've got 2 here. So you can make it, if you've got items in there a little bit taller than perhaps this level, you just need to finish that up on that higher level, and it gives you that flexibility. Now the great thing about all of these are that when you come to use them, because you've got that internal box in there, they're going to stay upright. They're going to stay upright even if they're not completely filled. You can see this one hasn't got a huge amount of items inside, but they all have this little handle here, so you can store them onto a shelf and just be able to pull everything out because you've been able to see exactly what you've got inside. So this one is your, come on Irene. So that's number 2.
Next one, number 3, Monica. It's the one that we've popped all of our tea bags, our coffee pods onto there. Really nice, quite a sweet little shape for this one. It's almost like a slightly rounded at the edges, but really useful for some of your smaller items. Like we're showing here, it doesn't just have to be your crafty stuff. Be great for little ink pads if you want to sort of pack that full of ink pads. I'm thinking you can probably get some of your pens in there, pencils as well. Would be great for that one. But that's Monica, really useful, cute little bag, I think, that one. I like that one a lot.
Yep.
One that I was particularly taken with.
Yeah, that one.
Shelley, for your gilding waxes.
You can't take it with you.
I've been told I can't, but it is a fabulous bag to store all of your gilding waxes in there. It's absolutely perfect. Perhaps you've got some of your cosmic shimmer items, I'm reckoning. Some of those would fit in there really nicely as well. But you can see exactly the colours that you've got in there, so it just makes it a lot easier to craft with. You know exactly the colours that you've got in there, so it just makes our life that little bit easier, and stored correctly. A lot more inspiring. Love that one.
And the benefit with all of these is that everything can be stored in different ways. So it can be stored vertically or horizontally. So depending on what items you've put in it, it means that you've got that versatility. So obviously with these ones, you want to store this upright, which you absolutely can do. And you'll find that with all of that Tiffany storage is the same.
She doesn't sort of presume that, you know, you've got the space to stack it this way or that way. She gives you those options. So depending on your sort of storage space, the amount of room you've got, the configuration of your craft room, you've got those options of different ways of storing. Storing your storage, storing your bags, whatever. It's late on a Saturday evening. Words are failing me. Next, who have we got next?
We've got Denise.
Denise, ooh, like this one. Nice rectangular box, this one. You can fit plenty in here. I love the fact we've got sort of the dividers. So it's great. I'm thinking, and you can see we've got some of our foam pads in here, but how about having one for one sort of depth of foam pads? You could have a different depth of foam pads
that's
on
a
the
good
next
idea.
one, and the next one. So we do sell, I think it's 3 or 4 different sort of sizes and depths of foam pads here at Crafters Companion. So, but having one for each different size would be absolutely perfect, you know. And like I was saying earlier, you know if you've got more of one or you need to restock on another, just makes it really easy to see when you've got that lovely clear storage. We've stored some little dies in here. Perhaps you've got some of your little mini expression dies. Maybe you've got some little embossing folders that you want to pop in here. Absolutely perfect, but you can fit an awful lot in this one, which I'm absolutely loving.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. And I think this is, Karen's just said, this show is almost motivating me to get back into organising my craft room. I feel the same actually, because it makes it, when you can organise something beautifully, it makes you want to organise.
Absolutely.
Generally speaking, I'm not interested in organising, I'd rather be doing something else. But if I've got the opportunity to making everything looking nice, I mean, I think most people, do you have the same thing about organising your pens, that they will have to be in a certain order?
Gosh, yeah.
I spend a lot of time moving things to make them look better, which I think is my organising, but actually I think I end up shoving everything on the floor and then picking up each individual one. And that's a little bit like, you know, this kind of motivation of doing, you know, using these bags and using this kind of thing to organise, but then I can actually see what's inside it, which would be so much better.
Doesn't it make a difference having them as clear bags? And I love the fact that they all look sort of the same. So if you do have a lot of Tiffany storage, and I think it will be one of those things, once you get a few items, you'll see how good it is, you'll see the quality, you'll see how well it's been designed, you'll want to collect lots of them. And having them all have that same sort of style, that same look to them, just makes our craft rooms look really nice. I know we're crafters, we like pretty things, we like things to look nice. We want our storage to be the same. We want to walk into our craft room or whatever craft area we have, perhaps that's just a corner in our living room or a corner in the kitchen. We want to be able to look at everything and everything looks beautiful. Because at the end of the day, we're crafters, we like making pretty things.
Yeah,
so
that's very true.
To have everything looking matching is absolutely fabulous. So who have we got next? We've got Deborah.
Deborah, so great for your pens. So, you know, great, like we were saying before, if you're going to be doing a project, being able to take the pens with you, being able to store them on their side the way that they were, you know, meant to be stored. You can fold everything back and open it up, so you can use them really easily. And they're just like a nice, neat little container, aren't they?
Yeah, they're perfect for storing sort of smaller amounts of your pens. So I have the universal carry bags. I was organising my illustrators the other night.
Yeah.
One of those things you start and you think, my goodness me.
Why did I start it?
Yeah, and then I got to the end and I was like, that is why I started, because I can see all the pens. So I've got my universal carry bag to have all of my pens in. But if I've got a particular project that I'm working with, maybe I'm just going through to the living room when I sit and colour in front of the telly, I want to take a few pens with me. I don't want to lug my whole universal carry bag through my flat. I've got time for that, I want to be colouring. I just want to take a few colours, and I know that I'm colouring, I don't know, a poinsettia, we're back to Christmas again. I know I'm going to need my reds, I know I'm going to need my greens, so I'll pop a few of these in my bag here, I'll take them through with me. I'm not having to lug my full big bag full of pens, I've just got all the colours that I need, so great for transporting, whether that's going out to your classes or if it's just moving room to room, this is going to be perfect. And of course you can see all of the pens, all of the colours you've got in there, just makes it so much easier. And like Becky said, I love the fact that it allows you to store them how they've been designed, which is having them lay flat, so you get that even distribution of ink between the two nibs. So if you were to store it one way, then the ink would all flood to that bottom nib, and you might get a slightly drier nib on the other end. So great that you can store it the correct way up with these, and you've got that handle, of course, making it ideal for transportation.
Absolutely. I do have a few messages that have come in. Betsy said, I'm in totally Tiffany heaven with all these storage items. Karen says, I think the Triangle Traveller would be a great gift for new mothers to fill with ointments, wipes, Q-tips and burping cloths. That's a really good idea. That will fit perfectly underneath a buggy.
Absolutely,
not taking up too much space. Yeah, it's really good. Fred said, all this Totally Tiffany is making me proud to be called a bag lady. And Louise said, best Tiffany tip I learnt was to create a catalogue of supplies. It's a lot of work but worth it. I have catalogues for dies, stamps and my speciality card packs. It's great to know what I have on hand. That's a really good idea.
That's a fabulous idea.
Vicky says if you use Tiffany bags, and this is key, this is the thing I want you to remember, this is the thing I'm going to remember and you're going to remember too. If you use Tiffany bags and products to organise, you'll find you have room for additional goodies.
That is the sort of thing we need to hear.
Absolutely. Yeah,
okay. that is what I want to be told. Thank you. Who was it who said that? Vicky.
That was Vicky. Well done, Vicky.
Thank you. You just, music to my ears. You just allowed me to buy another 10,000 paper pads.
Woman after our own heart.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that. Ooh, good job. Hey, good job. We've got our Velcro fastening. We're absolutely fine with me tipping these up left, right and centre. This is our brandy bag, our next one. So great for your more sort of long items. Perhaps you've got your rulers, your craft knives, your ball tools, your paintbrushes. I'm thinking knitting needles will be perfect to go in here. Like Becky said, spaghetti, if you want to store spaghetti in a bag.
Random, I know.
Random, but it would work. So great for all those longer items that you've got. It's just useful to have that option to be able to store any sort of more tall craft supplies that you've got. So a really useful one to have that option included in this fabulous bundle as well. Oh, let's go to this one next. This is a favourite. I know a lot of you guys at home particularly love this buddy bag. This is our Stephanie. Great for ink pads. So it's been designed specifically for your Spectrum Noir ink pads. So we've got that lovely oval shape to all of our ink pads within our range. They're going to fit absolutely perfectly into these 4 different compartments we've got. Perhaps you're going to have your pigment inks in that one, your water reactive, your quick dries, and then some of your finesse in the other one. But of course, like we've got in here, we've got some of our cosmic shimmer items. Not just about ink pads. Yes, it has been designed to fit that oval shape absolutely perfectly, but think of lots of other things you could be storing in here. Maybe you're going to have some of your embossing powders in one of them. Maybe you've got mica powders you want to be storing in another, glitter glues, perhaps you've got some of your Nuvo drops, some tonic. They would be perfect in here as well. But a nice good size on this one, and of course you could be storing it that way if you so desired. It would still work that way, but perhaps designed more so to be stored that way, especially if you're having your ink pads in there. But another great bag within this amazing collection of 9 buddy bags. It's almost like we're calling it a bundle.
Mad, isn't it?
I would probably call it a mega bundle. I think we can probably put the mega in there. I think it probably does warrant that. It is an absolutely cracking bundle to get all of those buddy bags. There's going to be a different buddy bag of a different size, a different shape that's going to sort of fulfill all of your organising needs. So you'll have something for everything, which is absolutely what we want. We're going to get organised, I think. We're going to definitely all get organised. The last one we've got here, perfect for your pens. This is our Terry. So similar to the one we looked at earlier, our Deborah, a little bit bigger than Deborah, I think. So if you've got more pens that you're needing to fit in one of these, perhaps you've got a larger project, you're not exactly sure what colours you're going to need, so you want a few more options into there, then this is going to be great for your pens. Don't just think pens though, you could be storing lots of other items in here as well. Maybe you've got pencils, maybe you've got slightly shorter paintbrushes, perhaps you've got tubes of different glues and things like that. Again, you've got that carry handle, you've got that Velcro onto there, but not just Velcro on the front, you've got Velcro on the 2 other sides as well, so you know that your pens aren't going to fall out, especially if you can be a little bit careless like I can be sometimes, throwing these bags left, right and centre. You know you're not going to have any of those pens escape, which is not what we want.
No, absolutely.
Look
so
at all of
this is
them.
the huge bundles. We put them like that, you can actually see what you're getting.
Tons.
So a huge amount that you're getting here. The price is £39.94, $53.94. Platinum price is £31.95, $43.15. If you've not been sure about going for Tiffany bags, you've been thinking about it, this is the opportunity to get this great big bundle. So we're going to be going for a quick break, and we'll be coming back in a few moments with a winner of the next prize. So I'm going to have to think what I'm going to be choosing for that next
your
prize.
choice.
We'll see you in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is
so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I've got a winner. Woo! So the winner is DG. Well done, D. And I think I'm going to make you a winner of the Gemini Mini because I loved mine and I think everyone should have one. So if you are D, please message in prizes@crafterscompanion.com and we will arrange that to be sent out to you. Well done. Now that will continue tomorrow, so do make sure when you're watching the shows tomorrow that you do message in. People will be chosen at random, one person per hour, and it's Leanne and Craig in tomorrow, so they will be choosing what the winning item will be each hour. So make sure you do that. We're going back to Lily to go through the special offer that we've got for these great storage bags from Totally Tiffany.
Absolutely. So this is our brand new launch that we're bringing you tonight. I'm so excited to be here and to have this launch to be able to show you. It's absolutely fantastic. You are getting 3 of these brand new items. They are absolutely amazing. To be able to get all 3 of these in the collection, it's your 12 by 12 inch storage and supply case collection. A little bit of a mouthful, but they are amazing quality bags. So you're getting 3 of the bags, but they're not exactly the same. In each, you're getting these almost like these storage compartments, a little bit like drawers, Becky called them earlier, and you're getting different sort of shapes and sizes and configurations within each of the 3 bags. So if we look at this first bag, and you can see that that is the point, you can see through, they are that clear, really strong plastic. This is not a thin plastic that sort of feels like you might be able to get your nail through it if you're not careful. This is a really strong reinforced plastic, really strong handles as well, so you know that if you are packing these full of quite heavy items, it's going to be able to take that weight and the handles aren't going to break. Worst thing ever. It's like when you got your shopping bags full of shopping and the handles break. Don't worry, that's not going to happen with these. Really strong, good quality design on these. You've got that Velcro, which is right at the top on the other side, so it's easy to open and to see exactly what you've got in here. But like I say, we've got almost like these trays within here that slide out, so you're not having to get out that full bag every time you want to get an item from here. You can just literally slide out that one tray that you need and you can be working with that particular tray at any one time. So we've packed ours full of lots of different items. This particular bag, we've got the 2 largest storage compartments in there. We've got all our scissors, our ball tools, our bone folders, lots of different items you can be storing in here. But like we've been saying throughout the duration of the show, not just your crafty items, lots of other items you could be storing in these as well. But I love the fact you've got 2 really big compartments in there. I'll be packing that to the gills full of crafty stuff.
And the great thing about these is these little boxes are being made in order to slot together. So if you can see here, you've got these 2 little tabs that just stick out here, and they are going to slot into the other side of these boxes with these little holes here. So it means that you can take the items, take these little boxes with all your items out, and you can organise them on your desk. I mean, actually, these would be really great if you were doing a craft fair and you were selling items, and you're bringing them, you know, you're bringing all your, perhaps you're going to be selling embellishments or something like that, or things that you've die cut. You can have them all in these little compartments, then in the bags, bring them into your craft show, and then slot them all together so you've got your display all organized. organised. That would be a great item for you to do. They're really versatile. You're going to be using them for lots of different things. You can use as many of these little boxes as you want. You don't have to use them, or you might want to use them on your, just sort of storing things on your craft desk and not use them in those boxes. That's absolutely fine. So there's all sorts of things you could do with these. Now the price for these today is £43.97, $53.45, or your platinum price is £35.18 or $42.76. And because you're getting 3 of these, you've got so many different options, haven't you?
Absolutely. So lots of different shapes and sizes of those inner compartments. But we're thinking you don't even have to use those inner compartments with the bags themselves. You could be literally using those as trays out on your craft desk, and you could be using the bags themselves for something totally separate. So you do have options with these. It's what we always have with Totally Tiffany items. You've got those options. You don't have to use the compartments within the bags, but you do have lots and lots of versatility within this collection. You can see you're getting all 3 of the bags with all of those storage compartments within there. It is a complete collection. You're getting tons in there. Lots of different options for all of your storage. Doesn't matter what sort of crafter you are. Maybe you're more of a soft crafter like I know you are. I'm more of a paper crafter. It doesn't matter what sort of craft you're into, or even if you're not into a craft at all. These are going to be just for your household stuff, maybe your beauty stuff, maybe the stuff out in the garage. These are going to be absolutely perfect. And as well, that's just made me think the fact of having them in the garage, perhaps they're going to get a little bit mucky, a little bit messy, maybe going to get inks, perhaps you might spill paints on them. It happens from time to time. These are, with them being that plastic, they are wipe clean, easy to clean and just wipe off, which just makes it a lot easier, can keep them nice and pristine. So it's another brilliant thing about them being that really strong, clear plastic. A brilliant launch. Really excited to have these here tonight on Crafters TV. Super excited that I've been allowed in. They opened the door for me. I've been allowed in for this one, and I'm so excited.
We couldn't leave you outside in the rain. That would just be cruel, wouldn't it? It would be cruel.
It would be cruel.
And do remember that these will work in your IKEA cube storage. So if you wanted to use these with those paper takers, like 12 by 12 paper takers, you can stock all that and get everything stacked up in those boxes, and that would work really, really well. So have a look at those on the website. Now tomorrow, tomorrow's a special day.
It's exciting. I'll be sat at home, cup of tea and biscuits, of course, watching. I can't wait for tomorrow. There's so much going up.
We've got Leanne and Craig in tomorrow. So lots and lots of things to do. So we've got
Colour Me Happy
Festival.
Academy of Colour. So I'm so excited.
Really?
Oh gosh, you know I love my colouring. You know I love my Academy of Colour. It's going to be amazing. If you've got your first box and your portraits, you need to watch tomorrow. If you've not got them, you need to get them, and you need to watch tomorrow. It's going to be amazing with Leanne. Can't wait.
That's brilliant. And then we've got Second Chance Sunday with Leanne's picks. And then that's at 2 o'clock. And then at 6 o'clock, it's Craig's picks as well. So there's going to be loads of deals for you. I do remember that we're still carrying on with our anniversary celebrations. So if you spend £10, you will get one of our free dies. That's the Best Wishes die. You'll get double points on everything this weekend. And make sure that you tune in tomorrow, comment, and then we'll pick somebody at random for each hour of the shows, and Leanne or Craig will choose one of the prizes that we've got over on our prize wall. So we hope you've enjoyed today. We're sorry we weren't able to have Tiffany with us so much, but we will get her back. I hope you've been inspired by all the amazing things that Tiffany's put together, and perhaps you might be spending this rainy evening organising your craft room, because Libby's probably going to be doing it with all the bags that she's pinched. We'll see you all tomorrow.
See you later.